Yes, the history of the book was really a request from a patient organisation here to give a lecture about stem cells, because patients and their families really want to know what can stem cells mean for their disease. And that book is the one that resulted, and it's meant for everybody from senior high school students through to early medical students, through to patients, even to legislators. We have a chapter on patents, for example. We have a chapter on the law. We have input from patient organisations. One of our goals was also to prevent what we call stem cell tourism, where patients and their families look for some kind of treatment anywhere in the world that can be useful for their disease. But in fact, many of them are not very reliable. In fact, some of them are dangerous. And Ian Wilmot has been a good friend for many, many years. And of course, he's very famous for his work in cloning the first sheep. And we also wanted to dispel some of the myths about cloning. So we've done that in this book as well. So that humans will not be clonable, but animals are, and what the usefulness of it, and even questions that we get asked by the public, like, well, if we find a frozen mammoth cell, we'll be able to use an elephant to make a new mammoth. So we even discuss those kind of issues. So we try to dispel myths and stick to the facts. So that's what the book was for. I think there's a wonderful opportunity for young scientists to actually move into that area. And of course, when you publish an article, you actually have to go into a lot of details. It's a very highly specialized area. But when you're giving lectures, it's actually very useful to be able to explain it in layman's terms. So rather than going in a huge amount of detail, actually to give a very general introduction that everybody can follow. And in writing book chapters, you actually learn those skills, because books are not always for specialists. They'll want to give an overview of a particular area. And it's not only stem cells, it might be immunology, it might be any kind of area. Actually understanding the basics to be able to write at textbook level is extremely good training. And I think young people often have very good insights into how they can use modern access to internet, for example, to get a very good overview of a particular area. And learning to explain things very simply is actually a skill you have to decide you want to have. And one of the reasons I perhaps was very lucky in being able to do it is I give lectures in Dutch, which is not my mother tongue. And giving it in a very simple kind of language actually helps you understand it. So your lectures actually improve in your mother tongue when you do it that way. So, for example, I know a lot of Chinese students need to learn English, but actually being able to explain something very simply in Chinese can be a very good exercise in doing it other ways.